let's get into chapter 2. Okay, last we left off, we were going back in time, or flashing back, I should say, to find out what, the Shadow Side gang were doing, that leading up to the story of Yokai Watch 4, leading up to the end of chapter 1, I guess I should say. Alright, we have Jibanyan saying the Jotaro thing. If you can't tell, I've already done this once on stream. Just this first little beginning part. I want to show off this Nintendo Switch right here. I wonder if they still have that in the PS4 version. I'm gonna assume yes. But who knows, maybe Keisuke just has the whole ass PS4 on his bed. And here's Nate. No fanfare, nothing. Yep. That's all we get. He just sits there. As far as I know, he just sits there the entire game. And I think Whisper over here will let us choose what yokai follows us, at least later. Here's future Katie. Again, pretty unceremoniously, done. I mean, they're not important in Shadow Side, but it is, this is the first time we're seeing them in the games, grown up, so it's kind of weird that they make nothing of it. So I think today we are going to do another just one chapter stream, because I don't really want to stream for a long time today. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm testing out some new stuff, trying to make this stream a little bit better than the last one. And if I can do that with all my streams, hopefully one day I'll actually be good at it. Alright. So this is like that dog I was talking about in session 1. It's going to... it has a name, but I don't know its name. And it is going to basically show us where we're supposed to go for the rest of the game. And there is a really convenient feature where you can just kind of auto follow it and it'll take you to your next destination, which is really useful. I don't use it because I like to pick up the items, all the food items, because I know I'm going to need them later for quests and for healing. So I rarely use it, but it is cool all the same. If I use it now, I just run past this item right here, and I don't want that. So I usually just use my map and follow wherever he's going. I almost got ran over. Yeah. I usually just use the map. We're gonna go to the Crankakai. Let's talk to some people. I like to see all the dialogue, even if I can't read it. It's dumb, but that's how I play. That's how I play this game. I'm not entirely sure what that does. I think maybe since it's a drink, instead of filling our soul meter, it'll probably fill our YP. Let's see. No. Where is it? Yeah, at least the milk and the soul tea fill YP. Maybe it... Okay, here it is. Oh. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is for. We'll find out later. It's not a big deal. Now, this chapter, for almost all of it, we're going to be playing as Natsumi, which I actually really like, because she's my favorite character to play as, for the sole purpose of her being able... You can upgrade her Yokai Watch very early on, to where she'll have a higher chance to do the befriending thing. Yeah, it's different in this game. I'll explain it when I get there, but basically with Natsume, it's easier to befriend yokai. So this dog is a part of Koma-san, and he's going to be helping us out. And he's going to introduce us to the Crankakai. I think this is where we'll actually be able to do our first real crank. Ooh, yikes. My computer fan is going pretty wild. I'm sure you can hear that. I don't know what to do. It'll die down in a second. You really shouldn't be doing this. It's a new computer. Yeah, there it goes. I think it's on the decline. Yeah, we gotta... Something's possessing the Crank-a-kai. This is how we get into battles in the game, mostly. There are areas where you can just run into yokai, but this is where, this is how you're going to be fighting most of them, if not all, actually, in the overworld. At least in as far as I played. Just telling us how to do it. I'll tell you how to do it. So, we do this, and then we have like a shield we can put up, but we won't need it in this first one. Basically, all you do is scan it, and then you press the right trigger to start, I guess, pulling it up. I don't know. I haven't seen him in the anime yet, but I'm guessing this is basically our shadow side version of Kaden. I don't know, though. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff I don't know about this game, and that's what this live stream is for. I'm learning. Both in live streaming and in Yokai Watch 4. So I really like these cutscenes we get. There's usually one at the beginning of each Yokai Watch game of Jibanyan being summoned. But we get 3 because there's 3 eras in this game. And I really appreciate that. Oh my god, I love Lightside Jibanyan. I think he's super cool. Alright, I think for this battle we're only going to have Jibanyan and... Oh no, we're going to have a full team of 3, I think. We have Jibanyan, Komasan, and Michi. Yeah. Basically telling us we can like target like that. Now we're targeting, now we're all targeting the big one. We can also use items to heal. Like Jibanyan could use some healing, so just for the sake of demonstration, we'll use one of our rice balls to heal Jibanyan up. Alright, let's finish this off. Oh, can we not give a thumbs up to Jibanyan now? Oh, that's sad. I guess I'll give a thumbs up to Michi. Michi would be a very likable character if he wasn't basically a pedophile. Hey, we got a Crank-a-kai coin, which I'm assuming would be a lot more useful if you were playing this game on day 1 and you didn't get a whole bunch of Crank-a-kai coins for upgrading the, or for updating the game. I don't really understand why games do that, why they give you gifts for updating. It's just, like, the updating's a good thing for you. It's not like where you're doing the developers anything by doing it. I don't know. Whatever. Let's crank the Crank-a-kai. We're going to be doing this a lot, especially with the Shadow Side one, because you can get Blizzaria from this one. I really want to have Blizzaria on my team. Yeah, see right here. We got 3 cranks today. I think it can go... I've seen it go up to 4. I don't know how common that is or how much higher it can go, but let's try and get Blizzaria. That's a dud. For the free prize. But we're gonna use our other 2 cranks as soon as this cutscene's over. My computer's just fucking dying in the background. Hopefully we can get a Blizaria to cool it down. Oh, shit! Fuck yeah! Nice. I'm super glad about that. Yes, we're gonna name her. We gotta name her Blizaria. So this is technically the shadow side version. I believe if this game were localized, they would all have the same names. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, we can... Yeah, there we go. This is a problem. If you want to name them after the English names, you only have 8 characters. So you kind of got to compromise in some places. God, I really hope that computer fan is not too obnoxious, because I really have no way of knowing until the stream is over. Alright, that's fine. I got what I wanted. I got very lucky. That's cool. We're gonna go ahead and use these exports we got. On Blizaria, gotta catch her up. Let's see, use this one on Jibanyan. And the big one, we'll go ahead and use on Blizaria, because I know I'm gonna be using Jibanyan and Blizaria for a long time, but I'm really not sure about Komasan and Michi yet. Either way, they're gonna progress normally. So if we do want to use them, it's not gonna be that bad. Alright. I think we got some stuff we can equip since we're in... Yeah, this stuff hasn't been equipped yet. So... I don't really think giving this to Blizaria is going to do much good, because it's not what really she's meant to do. So we're going to go ahead and give this to Jibanyan. This one... Ooh, hold on. We don't want to give that to her. We'll give this to Jibanyan as well. This is basically what he's wearing in the present timeline anyways. We'll give the knife to Natsume. And we'll give this to... Yeah, we'll just give it to Natsume. Whatever. I'll think about it more later. Let's see if we actually have enough points to... Yes, we do. So, I believe it's here. Oh, wait. Have we not unlocked it yet? Maybe here? No. I know somewhere we can up the chance of... Oh, you know what? We probably can't do this because we have no chance of getting any yokai, because we haven't gotten to that point in the game yet. I'm gonna go ahead and look that up though, just to be sure. Yeah, Yokai Watch 4 skill tree guide. I forgot to credit, this is this guide I'm using to know like the skill tree stuff is by I've never tried to say this out loud. Noro Ino Hanako. They translate a lot of stuff in Yokai Watch and are seem very cool. I don't know them, but they seem very cool. Alright, Natsume's tree. Yeah, okay. So this one right here, it basically lets us befriend yokai more commonly. So we're gonna hold on to our points until we can do that, because I wanna do that. Alright, let's get going. We also seem to have gotten a trophy. You get trophies very, very easily in this game. I just played 11 hours in and I got like 20 of them, which is like more trophies than I'd have after beating any of the 3DS games, not trying to get any. Let's head off to our objective, picking up this food on the way. Even if I don't think I could ever ignore these. It just would be very hard to... Oh, there's Toma. Wait. Is that Toma? Yeah. No, it's not. Wait, why is this... Why is... What? He should be named his... No, I don't think that's Toma. Never mind. I'm being dumb. That's the bad guy from the Shadow Side anime. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and check how bad this is on stream. Or I'm at least gonna set it up to check it next time my computer fan goes nuts. Because if this is going very bad, I might as well just wait for another day. Because I think the reason why my fan's going nuts is because I was doing like a lot of stuff on my computer before. Like I had Chrome and Discord and this opened. And I would need to do that, so the fan does need to go. But the problem is I'm using the internal microphone on my computer right now because I don't have enough USB ports to use my regular one. So if I had to guess, the microphone is picking that up pretty hard. But next time it does, I'm gonna take a listen into the stream and see how bad it is, because the gameplay audio might be masking it, but I don't know, that scares me, especially since I do not want to start chapter 2 over. So we got Blizzaria. By the way, since we got Blizzaria, let's go ahead and put her up front. I know just who we're replacing. I think this is it? No. Hold on. It's for like reorganizing the attacks. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. There should be like a switch option. Yeah. There we go. Michi can stay in the back. At least if the anime's anything to go by, he's the least useful. Yeah, there's Toma. Sorry, that other guy kind of looks like him. And I probably look like an idiot. Oh, hey! Oh, you don't hear the fan? That's good. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to chat. This game, yeah, this game is really fun. I really am sorry about ignoring you. I honestly did not think anyone was watching. Ah, hey! Mystic Stars. Hold on. Yeah, my fan is going nuts right now. I am very happy if you can't hear it, though. I'm gonna listen in because I'm paranoid. Hello? Okay. Testing. Oh yeah, I can hear this bad. Yeah, that won't be as bad once I'm able to use my external microphone. Yeah, sorry about that. But honestly, I'm just going to keep on going in spite of it, because apparently it's not that bad. And I also want to keep my Blizzaria I pulled. I am keeping an eye on the chat now, so... Yeah, again, I'm sorry about that. I just legitimately didn't think anyone was going to be in the chat. I think this is explaining to us Toma's Yokai Watch, which does a possession summon instead of a normal summon like Natsumi and Nate do. And what happens with that is he basically turns into the yokai he's summoning. Right now, he can only do 4. He can, he can do 4, and he has one like very powerful transformation. I don't know the names of any of them. I haven't committed them to memory yet. I haven't gotten that far in Shadow Side, but I think almost all of them showed up in the movie. Alright, so yeah, we're doing side quests now. So, like from Yokai Watch 2 onwards, the progression of the story gets locked behind side quests, and we gotta go do them. Toma is also a really fun watcher to play as because of the transformation, so if you're very into combat, then Toma's for you. Actually, right now, since we can't befriend any yokai, I might as well switch to Toma, because Toma is like clearly the better watcher in combat. Yes, Toma is a good lad. Yeah, same with Akinori. Akinori is my favorite, in Shadow Side at least. It's kind of sad how many of the jokes are made at his expense. But he does get some cool moments later in this game. I believe these are our first quests. These are quest 1. I think quest 1 is in here, if I recall. I'm gonna need to keep track of that if I'm gonna make like a written guide on how to do all the quests or what you need for all of them. Yeah, the Shadow Side trio is good. I like all of them. Yes, Akinori deserves much better. Akinori's a very good lad. Alright, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and check what quest this is, because we'll be able to see the numbers. Yeah, quest 1, 2, and 3. So for these 3, if I recall, we can just follow the... what the game gives us. We can just follow the map and we'll be okay. But these aren't really big deals. It's the ones where they tell you, like, oh, bring this yokai, and this will, and you know, bring this yokai for this quest, or bring this food for this quest, or bring these items, are the ones that are really hard to do without speaking the language. Honestly, I doubt the localization will make fat jokes. I don't think that thing is quite as accepted over here as it is in Japan. Oh yeah, this one I had a ton of trouble doing the first time. I forget what exactly I did. Yeah, okay. I remember I got stuck on here, but I don't remember what I did to get unstuck. So we're, yeah, I'm gonna want to take a note of this one. If I recall, we're not searching this. We're searching somewhere around this. Oh, I think it needs to be nighttime. Hold on, we could try that, because in this game, we can sleep on benches, which is a very not good thing to do that. Don't be like Toma, guys. Don't sleep on a park bench. It's dangerous. Oh, wait. It should... I don't know, maybe we need a bigger one? Because I know you can sleep on park benches in this game, and it is very useful. You don't gotta go back. You You don't have to go all the way back to your bed every time you want to, like, progress time. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I might need to look up a Let's Play to progress. If I do make the guide, everything, you know, I'm gonna credit, like, all the people who speak Japanese and English who have Let's Played this game and, you know, shown, like, a lot of stuff to do, because, you know, none of that no guide would be possible without those channels. Alright, let's see. What were we supposed to do here? I think it does have to be nighttime. I remember doing this at night. But for some reason, I can't sleep on the bench. Which it is a feature, I know, I didn't make that up. Hold on. Let's go back, it's not that far away. We're gonna go back to Natsume's house and try sleeping to nighttime. I am pretty sure that's what we gotta do. I also don't, in my normal playthrough, I accepted all these quests at once, and I just went nuts. But I don't want to do that in this one. I want to do it one at a time, just so it's more organized when I'm looking back at this. Oh wait, yeah, we probably gotta be Natsume to use the bed. Yeah. Exactly. Kokoro Genso. I've only ever read your name in my head. I have never... A lot of these names I've never tried to pronounce out loud. Okay, I guess it's gotta be... I guess it's gotta be now. I don't know exactly what to... I could have swore it had to be nighttime, but I don't know. While we're at it, let's change who's following us. I'll let Blizzaria follow us. There actually is a really funny quest with her later in the game. Yeah, again, Yukai, yeah. I want to say the full name at least once during the stream. I do appreciate you showing up and sticking around, despite this not being a very good stream at all. Alright. I haven't got to the point where you can unlock music yet, but we just got a music card, and that implies that there is music to be unlocked. Also, it's really weird to jump in a Yokai Watch game. I never realized that until I played this game. In terms of movement, this game gives you a lot of freedom that is not in any of the other Yokai Watch games. Because the other Yokai Watch games are very strictly RPG games, and this one is like very action RPG-esque. Yeah. I know it's I think it was on the tree. I think that's where we're supposed to... But we'll come back to this one. I'll keep on going. I'll do that one. Yeah, we'll come back to this one. I'm gonna go find another quest. Yeah, right up here, right by Natsume's house. That guy's got cool hair. Also, I probably prefer to, or I probably will call you Yukai, because I know when we did the Yocast, that is what I called you for all of it. I believe that's also your name in the, like, description of it. Now, these key quests are all based on, like, episodes of Shadowside, which I think is really cool. Because, like, where, like, quests kind of got repurposed for the anime in the OG series, the anime has been repurposed into quests, and where, like, these all tie to what's going on. Like, they all tie in together, whereas in the anime of Shadowside is very episodic, at least where I am. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and navigate to this one, because I will deal with that other one later. I just know that one stumped me as well on my normal playthrough. I should have taken a better mental note. Well, then again, I didn't know I was gonna live stream the game back then. I did want to, because this is like the only Yokai Watch like mainline game I can live stream. Because, you know, I can't record my 3DS. I don't think very many people in the world can, because those capture cards are very difficult to get a hold of. Ooh, I'm trying to remember what this quest is about. Because early on, the other one, the one we were just doing is for, yeah, I didn't mind it being episodic, but I feel like with some of the more important plot bits, it kind of lost a bit. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I've only made it to episode 10, I believe, the sushi episode. And it actually took me, like a week to finish that episode, because that's kind of embarrassing. I saw the sushi in that episode, immediately left. Oh, this is the Charlie's quest. I immediately left to go get sushi, and then I forgot about the episode, and I came back. I didn't realize I'd done that until I had come back a little bit later and saw that I didn't finish the episode. All because I just left to go get sushi. I also got some tempura with that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The sushi did look really good in that episode, besides like the giant tuna eating everybody. Shadowside has like a very simple formula to how it likes to do its episodes, but I don't. And usually that bugs me. Like, because it's like Monster of the Week. Like I said, at least where I am, I know that it goes on for 49 or so episodes, but it has a very appealing structure to its episodes that I think like is good watching multiple times. I don't ever get, and probably because like the yokai are so different, or like from each other. It's always a heartwarming story, at least so far, and you know the problems are always solved, I guess, in a similar way. But it works. I don't know how to say it other than it works. And so this is like what I was talking about, how like they tie in anime episodes to the game and its mechanics. Whereas Charlie is how we get the bike in this game. Or he was just like a yokai that they helped in the show, but in this game, he's how we get the bike. Yeah. Thanks, Yukai. I need to get better at talking. Because it is obviously not my strong suit. But if I want to live stream, I've got to get better at it. Alright, so whenever we see like this circle on the map, this is basically our way of... I don't know. There is an equivalent to this in the 3DS games. I'm just trying to think about... It's kind of like it's like the Yokai Watch search function, except it's more broad. You don't got to get right on the. It's like that mechanic, but for an open world game, I guess. Yeah, level 5, I think, are very hit or miss when it comes to how they handle Yokai Watch, because they've done a lot of really cool stuff. And honestly, the guts it must have took to be like, okay, original series, done. We're in Shadowside now. That must have been crazy. Obviously, they backpedaled because it didn't do good for them, but the guts that must have took. And I can't admire, because, like, level 5, they kind of... Yokai Watch 2 did so good in Japan that they got really unrealistic, especially since they really bank on commercial... Yeah, like selling medals and toys and stuff. Like, everything in this... Every cool thing in this series you can get a toy of. Which I appreciate that. They make cool display pieces. I'm trying to get all the Yokai Watches right now so I can just have all of them on a shelf. But... yeah, I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, let's beat up Charlie. I'm gonna play as Lazaria. I'm gonna see how Lazaria plays. Prior's ultimate. Alright, it can be charged. Oh, wait, no, that's right. Shadowside Yokai don't have ultimates. They turn into their Shadowside forms for a little bit. Oh, yeah, so, as I guessed, and which was not a hard guess to make, Lazaria is definitely best in the spirit category, as opposed to, like, the physical. Alright, she's interesting to play as. I think I'd probably really like her if I got more time with her, figure out what all her attacks do. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard about that, the Buster's T segments being... Oh, man. Oh, yeah, so I remember what I was talking about. So Yokai Watch 2 did so good for level 5 in Japan, because that's when it really hit and became, like, the phenomenon that it was. So, when Yokai Watch 3 came out and didn't sell as much, from what I hear, level 5 was like, okay, the series is getting stale. We gotta do something. We can't keep coasting on this. We gotta do something to change it up. And as someone who's been abused by Pokemon, doing the exact opposite of that for 20 years, I really appreciate that. Like, the willingness to change things and let the series grow. But at the same time, it really didn't work for them, because, like, I think Yokai Watch 2 gave them unrealistic expectations. It was a phenomenon. Like, no, like, Pokemon games don't, they don't normally sell what Gen 1 and 2 did. But they kind of, I guess, wanted that for Yokai Watch 3, and it didn't happen. And Yokai Watch 3 is an amazing game. It's by no means, didn't sell because it wasn't a good game. It just wasn't, like, a phenomenon anymore at that point, which is natural. It was never going to be that forever, but it could be, like, a franchise that sustains itself like that. It's just a weird situation, because I like the mindset behind it, but it just does not work. Oh, this is another quest I got stuck on, but luckily I remember what we're supposed to do for this one. So, Charlie's pissed off because those bikes were left there, and Nate's gonna fix them. God, Shadowside Nate looks so weird. He's got a long face. Not really in the show. Just in Yokai Watch 4's art style, all the characters are very long. It doesn't really affect the Shadowside characters that bad because they're, like, older and just really, like, taller than the OG or Forever Friends cast, but those characters, the OG and Forever Friends characters, look very weird. Yes, I'm super excited about the YoCast too. We can actually do one of those pretty much whenever at this point. It's just about getting everyone together. But yeah, as soon as everyone's not busy, we can for sure hop right on episode 1 of the Yocast. I guess some behind the scenes stuff. I'm actually I forgot the password to the Yocast channel, so I gotta get back into that. Yeah, I'm embarrassed about that too. Though I don't think our I can't speak for anyone but me, but my heart definitely wasn't in it because I like to do things where it's like the more I do them, the better I get at it. I want to learn from what I've done and get better at it. And with the podcast, I specifically didn't do that because I knew that it didn't sound good when I recorded it from my when I was recording my speakers, and that's how I got the audio. It didn't sound good. I knew that, but I did it anyways because I want everyone to be included because it's more fun that way. And there's a lot of really cool people who just aren't able to use Audacity for the Yocast, and I get that. But now I figured out a way. It's not a problem anymore. So what we need to do now is Nate asked us to go buy ice cream. We need to buy one of each of these ice creams, and that got me stuck for so long. Yeah, hold on. Where is the ice cream? Yeah, down here. We need to buy one of each of these ice creams because there's 4, and we need one for Nate, Natsume, Akinori, and Toma. Okay, yeah, so we already picked up 2. This is why I like picking up items. We already picked up 2. So, we already picked up, all of them except for this one and this one. So that's all we need to do is buy those. They really help out on the quest, though. That does make things difficult for when I'm making the guide. Because I don't speak Japanese, obviously. I'm gonna look at it and be confused, I guess, with quests I don't know about. Where it's like, oh, I already have, because quests I already have the item for, it's very likely I'm not gonna notice when that happens. Oh yeah, if you start streaming stuff, Yukai, I'm totally gonna be there for it. That'd be really cool. I was also thinking about definitely not for the first episode, but eventually doing a live session of the Yocast, because that is something we can do. Alright, we got the ice cream. Nate's taking it upon himself to distribute the ice cream, I guess. There is one more thing we need to do before these bikes are fixed, if I recall. Banjo-Tooie. Oh, nice. I've never played Banjo-Tooie, but I have... I don't know... yeah, I have seen speedruns of it. I know you're not going to do speedrun, probably. But watching the game is fun. It's a game I like to watch, but I've never played it. Oh, maybe we don't got to do another thing. It looks like the bikes are done. This is how Natsume and I believe Toma get a bike in this game. Charlie's happy that we fixed the bikes. I think you could figure that out via context. I don't know what Mugen Souls is. You hated it so much you dropped it. Yeah, there's no point in doing something if you're not into it. Yeah, so Natsume and Toma get a bike and Akinori has to wait because, I mean, in universe he already has one, but also we don't get to play as him for a while. We're gonna go ahead and name him Charlie. He's got another name, but it's a lot longer. I don't know it off the top of my head. It definitely will not fit in the 8 characters because Charlie barely fits in the 8 characters. So we're going Charlie. At least for now. Yeah, I might take you up on that, Yukai. Though I'm not very experienced in the ROM and emulator scene, and I don't like doing it for games I don't have. Actually, I've never really done it for games I don't have. So, and I want to get into video game collecting soon, so I might just get a Nintendo 64 and play those. Or eventually they'll probably be on Switch, if I had to guess. Alright, at the end of every Yokai Watch Shadowside episode, there's always this kid who I thought was Toma earlier, because they look kind of similar. He's always talking about finding the princess. I don't know who that is yet, because I have not... like I said, I've only made it to episode 10. But that's also a plot point in this game, which I'll probably figure out what it's all about in the game before I do the anime, which I think is reverse what most people did. Though I've consumed this franchise very unconventionally compared to most people, because I only really got into it at the beginning of 2019 when Yokai Watch 3 had just come out. So there was a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff in my backlog. Oh yeah, I heard about those. I've only seen one for the Sega Genesis, but yeah, they seem really useful, especially for playing, like, you know, ROM hacks on official consoles. Like, I've seen people use the Sega Genesis one to play Sonic ROM hacks. Yeah, Whisper looks so cool in Shadowside. And like, he's still got the Yokai pad, though it's... I mean, the Yokai pad looks more like, you know, an iPad in, like, in the future. But it is funny how technology basically went nowhere in between the OG series and the Shadowside series. Alright, so that quest is over with. We got more stuff we need to do. Specifically, 2 more stuff. But I believe now is where we get introduced to another mechanic that I paid almost no attention to. Oh, maybe not. Whatever. We'll see. Oh, yeah, okay, so this is how we get, this guy is how we get Yokai in this game. This is how we befriend Yokai. So in the 3DS trilogy, you basically feed Yokai food and hope. That's what you do until you get to Yokai Watch 3, where it's specifically the Sukiyaki version, where you have forbidden fruits that you get through Buster's Tea. But in this game, what you do, he's about to show us, but when you defeat a yokai, they'll like stumble, and then you'll get a chance. Sometimes, it doesn't always happen, but if you play as Natsume with the upgrade, it'll most of the time happen, in my experience. Then you take their soul. Oh yeah, there's a tuna guy. Then you take the soul out of the yokai. After you collect enough of their souls, you can then trade them in for a new yokai friend. And I actually like this system of... I want to see what the... that's probably Runaway. I like the system more than the 3DS games, but I have gotten notably... Like, because I got 11 hours in, and I've only, I think, redeemed 1 yokai through this system. But I have, like, notably less yokai in this game, but just because it's less RNG based, like, you'll get the chance to do this a lot more often than you'll befriend a yokai. And all you gotta do... And you can refight yokai so easily in this game. It is basically not a problem that it's a little random. I don't know. The most recent version of the EverDrive 64 card, but if you're willing to download ROMs, you're basically able to play the... Yeah. Which is what's really cool about those carts. That you can have the entire N64 library basically on micro SD card. Or a regular SD card. I know the newer ones use micro SD though. I believe this is the, I mean, I know this is the first time in 4 where we get to go to the yokai world, but it's only in a very small area. It's like how in 3 you got to go to the restaurant in the yokai world before anything else. It's kind of like that. Yeah, and one thing I think is really weird is the N64 emulation is very buggy, but GameCube and Wii are almost perfect. The N64 is just that weird. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to these guys, since we're not probably going to be coming back here for a while. But yeah, for the tuna guy, we only need the gold soul. A lot of them you need some of the some regular, some silver, and some gold. But at least for this one, we only need the gold one we just got. I actually need to go look up what his name is. Hold on. I'm using the Yokai Watch wiki for this. Just go into the Shadow Side Yokai page. It's probably in the Goriki tribe. I haven't gotten the new tribe memorized yet either. I guess not. Okay, here he is. This isn't right. Hold on. Above him, it says he's he says he's Buri Bancho, but he's definitely not. Alright. Yeah, alright. I was just looking at it wrong. Okay, so he is Han Maguro Taishio, also known as Magulodon. We'll go with Magulodon, just because that's shorter. Alright, and whenever we redeem a yokai, we get some different options on like levels and stats. But I really have, like, this one changes. I can't read Japanese. I don't know what all this means yet. So I'm just gonna go for the highest level one. But that other one down there that seems to have like a different ability. Yeah, so that's how we get yokai in this game. Honestly, an upgrade on how they were gotten in the 3DS trilogy. Like, both have their ups and downs, but I'd say I'd still prefer this one. Now we get an app, so we're not going to come back here basically ever again because we have an app to do that, and we can trade yokai now. Well, that's not really all that useful because I only know like two other people with this game. Alright. Let's see. Oh, now we can probably unlock the, oh man, this is cool art. Both for Natsume and Toma. These are really cool. But now we can probably upgrade our, yeah, we've unlocked the soul, like this, whenever we get this, it'll up our probability of being able to use the soul suck function, which is why Natsume is my favorite character. You get way, like, once you have this all the way upgraded, you have most battles, if not all, you're going to get a chance to do the soul suck at least once. Alright, we're going to save up for that. In Toma, with him, we got to unlock his transformations this way. So, like right here, this is, I don't know what they're called, but this is how we get his different transformations. He only starts out with, I believe, just 1 or 2 in this game. But if we go through here, yeah, we'll be able to see, we'll be able to unlock the different transformations. He might only have 4, including his, like, mega, ultra, super god form that I don't know what it's called. Because if you can't tell, I'm very on the OG side of the fandom. Hold on. Yeah, that's a transformation. Yeah, so I think it is 4, and then the Mega Ultra God Super Saiyan form. That's not notably that he talks a lot about in this chapter of not knowing how to control yet. Yeah, if I recall, he has 4. Yeah, the Toa art does look very memey, but like unironically, I think it is really cool. Yeah, I hear the fandom is pretty bad, particularly on the Amino. But for me, the Yokai Watch fandom has been nothing but amazing, but I've only ever interacted with it on Twitter. Alright, I'll wait to... I said last stream I was gonna I was gonna, like, write down what all the upgrades are, but I didn't, so I'll do that next stream. Hopefully. Luckily my computer fan seems to have stopped. I hope my computer isn't just burning alive. It is a little hot. Actually, yeah, that is pretty hot to the touch. It kind of worries me, but I mean, it shouldn't be doing this. I'll get it fixed if something happens to it. So yeah, we got a trophy for something. We got another trophy 4. And I think that's, yeah, we got 4 trophies. And 4 trophies, like, in the 3DS trilogy did not come easy. Alright, so, yeah, now that I remember what these quests do, each time we complete a quest, we get introduced to a new mechanic. And by the time we complete all the quests, we will then do a boss fight. And then that's chapter 2. So this is already approaching on the length of the chapter 1 stream, and we're not really close to finishing chapter 2, so this one is going to be a good ways longer. Remember that Koma-san, he'll be important. Oh god, Michi. Alright, hopefully this one, I don't remember what we're supposed to do for this one. I don't even remember what yokai is involved. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to just navigate our way through this. A big part of the stream isn't me learning how to do this now, or like learning what all the quests do now. It's basically so I can play the game and do all the quests and then be able to look at it again before I do the guide. Okay, yeah, here we go. So, I think we're gonna, yeah, we're just gonna scan this symbol. And I think there's a lot of these, this is the only one I've ever found, but there's a lot of these, like, Michi symbols around the game, and you can collect them all, or find them all. Oh my god. Like I said earlier, Michi would be really funny and a really likable character if he wasn't kind of a pedophile. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad, Yukai. That really sucks. No one should have to deal with all that, especially just for liking Yokai Watch. It's super weird and silly that the fandom would be that way. It's such a goofy, fun, like, series. Yeah, so there's our app for keeping track of these Michi symbols. I kind of forgot about them last time I played a little bit into this game, so I'm going to try and remember to be on the lookout for them. But out of, like, the weird things, out of all the important things I didn't remember, I remember, like, really weird and stupid things, like where some chests are. Oh, and I think that's just the quest. That one took a lot longer because it took me forever to figure out I was supposed to scan the Michi symbol. But in this one, I kind of knew what to do right away. Oh, let me look up what this guy's name is. Or hey, Yukai, do you know who this is? Like I know he's basically the new Lord Inma, or has his job in Shadowside, but do you know his name? Kyra, yeah. Yeah, he'll be important later, if you couldn't tell. Ciao, Kyra. Also, I noticed, like, because I was just, like, looking at the box for this game earlier, I noticed they also seem to, like, really advertise that the Yokai world is somewhere you can go in this game, and it's, like, another... They advertise it along with the past, present, and future eras. Go ahead and get this dialogue. Like I said, because the icons gray out on the map, or I said this last stream, and I don't think anybody watched the last streams, though. I might as well say it again. Because the icons gray out on the map when you've seen all the dialogue from this character that's available at the moment for the NPCs, it makes me want to talk to everyone, just to, even though I don't understand at all what they're saying. Yeah, that really sucks. Like, I don't know, you shouldn't be able to get away with anything like that just because you draw cute art. That is not cool. Alright, I'll talk to these people, then we'll go back to the plant quest and we'll finish this up. They're at least the key quests. Can we talk to the dog? Yeah, the dog. That's weird because usually the animals don't have like those little people icons. They have like a smaller dot. But that one talked to us. Alright. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Let's try and navigate back to... Yeah, that really does suck, Yukai. I'm glad that my experience has not been that, because that sounds terrible. There are some things though I just like tend to enjoy in silence just because I know there's like a fandom, like Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball has like a notoriously bad fandom. I just enjoy that in silence because I mean, like, I'll retweet art and stuff, and maybe I might draw something for it someday, but in general, it's not really a place I want to be. Alright, okay, so actually, I think I'm stupid. I think all we had to do was come and click, yep. Yep, all... Oh my gosh, that's so dumb. Yeah, now we search. Yeah. This is the episode of the anime that involved this yokai is one of my favorites. Let me look up what they're called, actually. I'm going to be doing this a lot for the yokai, the shadow side yokai who don't really have any equivalent in the OG series, just because I really don't know. What tribe would this be in? Because I know the tribes in Shadowside have a like are much more like categorical than the tribes in OG. Like I know Jibanyan's in basically like the animal tribe. Oh, here it is. I just found it by scrolling. Himoji. Yeah, that. Oh no, Himoji's Hungrams. What? Okay, this just set up really weird. Pakun. It's Pakun. That's a cute name. This is also, it's a really cute, an uncharacteristically cute light side form for shadow side. Usually even the light side form is a little horrifying. Yes, Daddy 10015. Oh, is it Gabriel or Pakun? I don't understand, because a lot of these Shadowside yokai have multiple names. But yeah, I love Shadowside Jibanyan a lot. I really need to draw him more, because he's really cool. When I upload this on YouTube, I'll draw like a... I'll draw Shadowside Jibanyan for the thumbnail. Alright. We didn't really need to absorb. I need to get... I always start with absorbing YP, and that makes no sense. Oh, and so... well, that makes no sense because you start... Or at least a lot of battles will start with full YP because you will have healed and restored it. So it's kind of a bad habit to be into. We're not doing very much damage at all. But then again, Natsume's thing isn't damage very much. It's... Oh, and this yokai can heal. Alright. Yeah, okay, the shadow side forms have different names than the light side forms. Sometimes. Yeah, this battle system is really fun. I like it a lot better than the 3DS games. It's just, it's... I don't want to get into any drama about, you know, Pokemon and stuff, but, like, Pokemon, when they removed, like, most of the when they removed, like, I think it was about half of the Pokedex, they didn't change anything. Like, there was no real reason for that. But in this game, they removed a lot of yokai. Like, a whole lot. Like, there are 800 in Yokai Watch 3, and there's just over 100 in this game. But when you think about it, each yokai is fully playable with their own movesets and stats in a 3D, like, action RPG environment. So, that's really cool. And I kind of, like, I'm not super broken up about it for Yokai Watch. For two reasons. One, that, and the other is that, Yokai Watch, you've never been able to transfer up your yokai. You've always had to re-befriend them every game. We'll name him Pacoon for now. I'll go back and I'll decide what to. Mostly because I like the light side form better, but as I was saying, since with Pokemon the main reason I don't like it is because for those who transfer up their Pokemon it kind of sucks that like now you just can't have them. But here it's like in Yokai Watch it's never really been about that. God, I hate Michi. Yeah, thank you, Pacoon. You get added to the team for that. I was gonna add him anyway since he can heal himself. And now I think we're going to the boss battle. I should really stop guessing because I really don't remember. Still wish people didn't get Pokemon Flex solely for the clipped roster, but when Yokai watches the same thing, people are like, oh, I understand, because like level 5 didn't exactly own up with the whole, oh, we'll add all the Yokai. Actually, Yukai, interestingly enough, I've heard that too, that they said they'd add all the Yokai later, but I forget who went into it, but apparently no official source ever said that. It's just a rumor. But yeah, I get what you're saying about the Pokemon getting flack for, you know, lowering down the roster. But I don't know, it disappoints me with Pokemon. It just doesn't for Yokai Watch, just because it's Yokai Watch. Yes, collecting Yokai is a part of it, but you've never been able to like transfer them up, so it doesn't bother me. Whereas Pokemon, that's always kind of been part of it. It's always been a big part of it for a lot of people, but I don't know. It's a bad situation no matter how. It's a bad situation because I don't know. Mostly because the fighting it brought. It's like less about the in-game stuff, but like it made the Pokemon fandom so toxic for such a long time. Yeah. Yeah, apparently that statement was just a complete rumor. No official source ever said they were going to add all the Yokai later. And I wasn't paying attention as I was because my mind was just so like, okay, how do I talk about this without pissing people off? Oh yeah, this is gonna lead us to the boss battle. Yeah, the roster is like when completing the Pokédex, that prospect has gotten horrifying. Because there's just so many of them. I totally agree with you that there are, like, the fact that there are so many Pokemon is kind of a turnoff. But I think Pokemon Sun and Moon had like a good compromise between having all the Pokemon and having like the Pokédex and like, you know, because like the Pokédex in that game, to fully complete it, all you need to do is just catch all the Pokemon available in Sun and Moon. The rest that you could transfer up were extra. And so completing the game, 100%ing the game was like possible because you didn't need a million other games. You just needed one of the games and someone to trade with, or if you're like me, both, because you're lonely. Yeah, if they tried, especially like if they tried to put all of Yokai Watch 3's roster into Yokai Watch 4 with like this style, the game would have just been awful, probably, because it's so much work. Because like I said, all of them are fully playable. This isn't an RPG anymore where they all basically work off like the same template. So yeah, we found like a plastic stomach, I think. And if you've seen Shadowside, you know where this is going. We're gonna fight the anatomical model guy, which apparently in Japan have a reputation for being very common and also very fucking creepy. And if Shadowside is anything to go by, I agree with that. They are very fucking creepy. Holy cow, we got 5 whole viewers. That might sound sarcastic, but that's the most viewers I've ever had. I'm very grateful. Thank you all for showing up. This is also going to be like our first full boss battle because in the first chapter, the boss battle at the end of that was like Baby's first boss battle, where you fight Michi, like in his Shadowside forms, like a Slimeamander. You fight Slimeamander, and then you lose, and Natsume comes to help you, and then you win. So it's kind of like I don't think you actually can lose that fight, but this one is a fight you can lose. Yeah, now we're gonna go around and pick up plastic organs. I also like Keisuke's like group of friends that was like so clearly just like Nate's group of friends, but like bootleg. And like there's Tank who's got that hair like a tank. Yokai Watch 4 or Yokai Watch in general is just very fucking silly and I love it. It's like we got Tank here and then we got Kuma or Bear. And like Kuma literally means bear in Nate's group of friends. Yeah, great value Nate's friends, pretty much. It kind of works though for Shadowside because they're not important characters. They very rarely show up. So I don't really care. Like they're as well designed as they need to be for how little we see them. Yeah, generally level 5 knows when to put a lot in like a character's design, like when they need to and when they don't. Though one like thing that kind of contradicts that is that Nate's classmates, like not his friends, but just his classmates, all have like they're not background characters. They are background characters, but they all have like pretty good designs, like way better than they need to be for how often they show up. Which I guess that stems from, like, why that doesn't happen in Shadowside is because it started out as an anime where there really would be no point in doing that. But in the games for OG Yokai Watch, that's where they showed up first, and you get quests from them and stuff. So, yeah, giving them unique designs makes sense in that context, I guess. Yeah, they're very varied for like. For being background characters. I think that's why, just because like they started out in the game whereas Shadowside started out in the anime. So because like if you notice, there's not a lot of background characters in Shadowside, and I think that does come from it being an anime first. I know it's probably so annoying to watch me talk to all these people, but I gotta do it. And before the boss battle, though, I'm gonna be smart, because the boss battle's about to happen. Not now, but soon. I'm gonna switch to Toma, because, like I said, he is And we're gonna need him for the... He's gonna be like the character we end up playing as in this boss fight anyways. So we're gonna switch to Toma just because he's the better battler than Natsume. Okay, that doesn't make a lot. Is this supposed to be an anatomical model? Why does the heart look like that? That might be a joke that it's just going over my head because I, you know, don't speak Japanese. As I've said for the millionth fucking time. And now we get introduced to like the shield mechanic, to where we press, the left trigger to shield like to shield like the projectiles that's sending back at us. Here's the creepy ass anatomical model. And so the story here is basically that, like, they're afraid of this thing. It, like, looks like they're watching them. And the reason why they're watching, like, Keisuke and his group of friends, and the reason why they're watching them is because he's fallen in love with, great value Katie. Or he thinks he has. But really, it's her grandma that he fell in love with. Oh man, like a Pokemon style game with Yokai Watch characters? That would be cool. You should do that. That'd be awesome. I'm not very good at pixel art. I'm getting better at it because of Animal Crossing, but I would for sure love to help with that. Or love to try and help with that if you ever do that. That sounds awesome. Is Yokai Watch in like a more traditional RPG? Sounds really cool. I'm surprised they haven't tried that. Even for like a spin-off on the 3DS or like a phone game. This school, a lot of items show up at the school, I've noticed. Like if we're not gonna run around it because, you know, that'd be kind of pointless, but a lot of items show up around the school. I'm only gonna pick up the ones I see. If I see it, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm not gonna ignore it, but I'm not going to go, like, looking for these things. Especially since it kind of hurts me in terms of making a guide to have more items, because then it's less likely I'll know what I'm actually supposed to do in the quest if I just complete it, because I already have the item. Yeah, effort, I know, right? For some reason, this whole, like, coronavirus pandemic, despite it should be making it should, at least for me, and I know a lot of other people feel this way, like it should be making everyone a lot more productive in terms of creative outlets, but it has done the exact opposite for me. All I've done is like feel like shit for like 90% of the time. Mystic Stars are too. Same for me. I was thinking of making a Yokai Watch fan game, but with Mega Yokais. Yes! And a different protagonist. Yes, I love your Mega Yokais, Mystic Stars. Drawing Mega Jibanyan was also really fun. That Pokemon game, it's into Yokai Watch thing. Yeah, honestly, I think for it's a hard. So here's like my take on it, I guess. Like the OG yokai would look really at home in a Pokemon like setting, but then the Shadow Side yokai would be more like compliant to the mechanics of Pokemon, like with Mega Evolution. Because if you wanted to, the Shadow Side forms could basically just be Mega Evolution. Except you could probably be able to do it more than once per battle. They do that all the time in the Shadow Side anime. Yeah, here's our first real boss fight. We have to actually beat him, but then he'll come back, and that's how Toma gets his Super Mega Ultra God form. Oh no, I forgot to equip his transformations. I think he still is better in attack than Natsume, but I bought all of his transformations. I just didn't equip them. I forgot you needed to do that. God, that was stupid. Well, Jibanyan it is. Because Shadow Side Jibanyan is... Both Jibanyans have a very... they have simple but pretty good, but good, I guess, movesets. They're very easy to use, and they do a decent amount of damage, in my experience. I think... Yeah, that's gonna explode. I think we just need to keep away from it. Because with Jibanyan, he just has his rapid attack, and then he has like a charged version, and then he has a shadow side form. Very simple, but it works. It also helps that he does decent damage. I should be playing more as Blizzaria, because she's like the only yokai I wanted from the Crank-a-kai in Shadow Side. Because I think the other one you can get is Deadcool, and I don't really care about Deadcool. I'll look at the chat in a second. I don't want to look away at it during the look away from this during the boss battle. Oh, Komasan needs healing. And one thing, like, because we get so many food items, like, healing is not a problem in this game. Like you don't even really need to buy items to heal. Why does art look like that? That's not how art looks. The only problem with Jibanyan and stuff is that you gotta get super close up. And obviously with characters like this who also are, get really close up with their attacks, it is bad for Jibanyan when they outclass you. I'm gonna try and do it, because in my first playthrough, which I did not complete, most of the time I played as Jibanyan, because I guess I didn't really care to learn the mechanics of this battle system. I wanted to, but it's not exactly very easy to when you don't speak the language. Alright. Yeah, I feel that, Yukai. Having a lot of stuff to work on, but just depression getting in the way of that. I totally feel that. Yeah, Shadow Side forms in this game are basically Mega Evolution that you can do more than once per battle. Alright, let's go, God. Until I figure out the name of this guy, he will just be called Super Saiyan God. Yeah, so we'd be able to do that with the other transformations if we equipped them. So this is basically the same deal where we get saved by something in a boss fight, or something comes in to save us. But this one we actually had to complete as a Salamander. We only have to take away like an 1/8 of his health for that to happen. What I don't know is how am I supposed to recharge YP when this is active, because I don't have like use of the watch anymore. A lot of the ultimate attacks in this game have that like timing system too. I know Akinori has a lot of those when we get his Yokai Watch later. I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. Because I'm doing pretty bad in this battle system. But I know it's probably my fault, but I'm just trying to figure out how to fix that. Fudo Mio. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to work on my pronunciation of that. But yeah, earlier in the chapter, Tomo was talking about how he's like, I need to learn how to control this to be able to be stronger and help protect everyone. I just forgot to point it out then. And then after this, he pretty much has learned how to control it. It's not really a problem no more, if I recall. And here it's where the anatomical model guy, I forget his name, Jitan, I think. Is that it? Well, I'll look it up. I might as well. Jinta. Jinta. Yeah. Before I look it up, I should just wait for you to see if you know Yukai. I wasted a lot of time, and yeah, you were right. Yeah, this is where he figures out, oh, it was her grandma he fell in love with, not her. I don't think we get his arc, though. In the anime, he gives his arc to the Shadowside gang, but not here. It's not like I really want it anyways. Jibanyan's almost caught up to Blizzaria. Level up fast. Actually, I don't think we have access to Fudomioru? I don't think we have access to him yet, actually. I don't know. Because I didn't really play as Tomo much when I first played this game. Oh no, something bad's happening. Who's gonna save us? I'm sorry, I forgot this guy's name, and I can't go back far enough in the chat. Oh wait, yes I can, hold on. You don't need to post it again, I got this. Kyra. I should be able to remember that. If I had to guess, Whisper's excited like he is whenever they interact with any, like, godly yokai. Alright, if you hear that, my sister is playing with the cats with her friend, I guess. Oh, and I think... Is that chapter 2? Already? I thought it was longer, but no, that makes sense if that's the end of chapter 2. Aldrin is Fukuro. Yeah, thank you. I didn't know that. And I don't know what he's talking about here. I didn't really, I've never really, I guess, knew what he was talking about here. I mean, I saw Shintendo's Let's Play. Go check that out. When this is in YouTube, that'll be in the description. That's an awesome Let's Play of Yokai Watch 4. very informative. He knows both English and Japanese, so he translates a lot of the he translates the story and what to do a lot of the times. I've used his Let's Play pretty much any time I got stuck, and I'm sure eventually I'll need to use it in here. I'll give proper credit every time I need to do that. Yeah, I guess now we're on chapter 3. The legendary Yokai Watch Master, which I believe is referring to Nate. At least the reputation he gets later. And now we're back in the present, or the future, the present time in the future. The most future? Whatever. Nate's now recapped. Last time, before Michi tried to recap in like a cutscene, and that would have been very convenient, but he's not a reliable narrator by any means. Going to the future turned all of our yokai medals into yokai arcs. And I guess the OG Yokai Watch is just able to use arcs? Because there you go, it works. When you think about it, the compatibility of the OG Yokai Watch is very weird because it can use medals and arcs from the future, but it can't use the medals for classic yokai, and which are from the past, and it can't use BBQ medals or even work in BBQ or America. And then, but it's weird. It's almost like the Yokai Watch, it does whatever it needs to, whenever it needs to. Alright, so we're stuck in the future right now. The door closed. We can't get it opened back up. That happened last stream. But that'll be it for now. We're going to go ahead and call it a quits for today. It was a lot of fun having... Yeah, stop, Jamato, you're putting too much thought into this than level 5 did. Yes, definitely. But yeah, so last time we got stuck here, and we're gonna fix that next time. I'll probably stream more of this tomorrow, if I had to guess. But yeah, we're really making our way through the game, already on chapter 3. Anyways, yeah, I'll go ahead and save, and that'll be it. Thank you all for coming. Also thank you, Yukai, for keeping me company in the chat. It was really cool. This was a lot more fun than the first stream, where I think only maybe one person was watching, but they weren't interacting in the chat, and they don't need to. It's not by no means required, but this stream was a lot of fun. Oh, thank you, Mystic Stars. I'm really glad to hear you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll probably be doing this around the same time tomorrow, and I'm going to try and do this about every day until we beat the main story of the game, but I don't know if I'll be able to stick to that. And I think the past uploads of the last stream and this one will be on Twitch for 14 days, but I'm going to put them on my YouTube channel before they leave Twitch. I just need to take time to do that and upload them. Anyways, thank you all for coming. This was very fun. I'll catch you all later. See ya.